Hello, my name is Vic Baker, and I am board chair of the East Bay Leadership Council. As a young adult who grew up in West Pittsburgh, I wanted to be in a position to influence racial equity and equality and dismantle racial disparities and injustice. In this role, I have the platform and the opportunity to make a difference in the East Bay. There are two pandemics in our country today. There exists a disproportionate spread of coronavirus among Black Americans. In addition, Black Americans have had to suffer through the deaths of Eric Reason, Michael Dean, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and now George Floyd, and too many others to list. George Floyd, a 46-year-old father, was handcuffed, lying face down on a city street when he was murdered by rogue police officers. My emotions are raw, my thoughts are racing, because I have been George Floyd in 1998, 1994, and in 2011 while traveling from California to Arizona as my then 10-year-old son, who had to witness his father being ripped from his seatbelt at gunpoint, wrestled to the ground, handcuffed, and face forced into the pavement, all because the tint on my window appeared illegal. I was never ticketed. This is the trauma I continue to live with, and many Black Americans live with regardless of title, class, station, wealth, or influence. Over the last few days, our country's ever-long battle with racism has resurfaced. Protesters took to the streets this weekend to demonstrate against racism and bigotry and discrimination. These protesters came face to face with militarized police force. Members of the media have been arrested live on air, pelted with projectiles and tear gassed. Our country's president appears to be increasingly unhinged from reality and unwilling to provide leadership in a time when our country desperately needs it. Your Black colleagues may appear okay, but chances are they are suffering behind the smiles in your Zoom meetings. The distress is real, consistent, and the feeling of hopelessness is unbearable at times. The weight of the moment is too much to bear alone, and I am fortunate not to have to. I plan to refocus my last month as board chair of the East Bay Leadership Council on harnessing the power of our employer community to drive public policy that tear down inequities and make a positive impact. I believe in our EBLC family, as I know we have the potential to act as a catalyst for a healthier, more diverse, inclusive, and prosperous region. But that cannot happen in a culture where white supremacy persists, where police violence is tolerated, where workplace discrimination is tolerated, or where harassment of any kind is soiled in racism. The EBLC will be addressing these issues more explicitly along with my colleagues on the board of directors and the entire membership. I am also announcing that the third and final part of the 2020 East Bay Leadership Series will now be a moderated discussion on how the private sector needs to address institutional racism of Black Americans in the workplace. The weight of this moment is overwhelming, the grief profound, and the work ahead challenging. But I hope you are ready to join me and the East Bay Leadership Council in the fight. Thank you.